Hey guys, welcome back. You might know that all the code that I write for the animations in my videos is available on my GitHub, but I haven't showed you guys how to download that code and get it working on your machine. Today's video is dedicated to getting my code working on your Windows machine. On the screen now is a fresh install of Windows 11. So to start with, we're going to go to my GitHub page, which is github.com/logdog/YouTube. There I have some installation instructions, and in this video I'm just going to be going through that guide. We're going to go ahead and install Python. So let me just go over here and I'm going to hit download Python. We'll scroll all the way down. So we see this recommended version right here, the 64-bit installer. So I'll just do that and open the file. Okay, so I'm going to hit these checkboxes right here and then just click install now. And I will get back to you when this guy is done. Okay, looks like setup was successful. I'll just go ahead and hit close, and just to verify it was, let me just open a new command line real quick. Just type Python, and look at that, we have Python 3.12, so perfect. I can just go ahead and exit this. Okay, so step 2, we're going to go ahead and install FFmpeg. So this is a library for creating MP4 and GIF files. So to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new PowerShell window. So if I just type PowerShell, open that up. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this command. This is going to install something called Chocolatey, and this is just a installation script that's just going to allow us to install other libraries on top of it. So let's install Chocolatey. Okay, that looks good. Now we'll just go ahead and hit Choco install FFmpeg. So I'll paste that in here. Choco install FFmpeg. And I'm going to hit yes to all by pressing A and hitting enter. Awesome. And we can just verify this guy works. If we type FFmpeg and hit enter, you see that it's not just saying command not found. We have a command. So awesome. So we can close this guy down now. Now let's go ahead and install VS Code. So I'm going to kind of navigate here and download this guy. It should start automatically. Awesome. Hit open file. Go ahead and accept the license agreement. Then on this page 5, I'm just going to go ahead and hit open with code and also just create a desktop icon and hit install. Okay, awesome. I'm just going to not open it. We'll hit finish. Now we'll go back to step number 4. We're going to install Git for Windows. This will allow us to run the git clone command later. So I'll go over here. I'm going to click here to download the latest version. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open that. Now we're going to accept that. And on page 5, we're just going to use Visual Studio Code as the default editor instead of Vim. And everything else, just leave it the same. Perfect. We'll go ahead and hit finish there. And we'll move on to the next step. We're going to now copy this command, open up a new command line. We're just going to want to navigate to wherever we want to download this YouTube folder with all my code into it. So I'm just going to go to the desktop. Perfect. Then I'm just going to right click to paste that in there and download this guy. So if I hit dir, you'll see that I now have this YouTube folder in there. I'm going to change into the YouTube folder and then type code and a dot. And this will just open VS Code at that particular folder. And we'll just go ahead and trust the authors. Perfect. We can close this guy. And now I'm going to put this guy on the right hand side. Perfect. Let's move on to the next step. So now we're going to install some extensions. So if we go over here and press the little extensions button, we're going to want to install 2 things. First of all is Python. Go ahead and hit install there. And then we're going to want the Jupyter extension. So Jupyter. Go ahead and install that too. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a Python virtual environment. So what a virtual environment is, if you don't know, it's just a way for us to download specific versions of different Python modules and have them into one area specific to our project. This is great if you have lots of different projects with different dependencies and different versions. They don't have to conflict with each other. So I'm going to go ahead and open the command palette by hitting Control-Shift-P. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type in Python. I then look for create environment and click on that. I'm going to make a FFmpeg virtual environment. Then I'm going to use that latest version of Python I just installed. And this guy is going to set up the virtual environment real quick. And if I go back to the File Explorer, you'll see we have a new folder right here, this .venv. So now we have that. I'm going to now open a terminal with command and then the backtick. The backtick is next to the 1 on my keyboard. And I'm in PowerShell right now. I'm going to switch to the command line with cmd. Awesome. Now what we want to do is we want to source this venv. So I'll show you what happens right now if we don't source it. So I'm going to copy this command and run it. And you'll see that this is our Python path for Python 3.12. It's going all the way from app data local programs. So we don't want that. What we want to do is type v.venv / scripts / activate, run that. And now if we go ahead and we look at our Python code right here, now when we run this, we see that we're running the Python version from the virtual environment, and that's exactly what we want. Okay, so now we can go ahead and we can use pip to install whatever packages we want. So I'm just gonna do that. Awesome. Now let's go ahead and try to run some code. So let's go to Elastic Pendulum. I'm going to click on the animate.ipy notebook. And now you see we have our code here. I'm actually going to go ahead and full screen this for you guys. And I'm going to hit Control+ to zoom in the code just a little bit. You can also go ahead and close that terminal. Perfect. So now we're going to go ahead and see the select kernel. We're going to click on that and select our Python environment.venv. Perfect. We'll hit allow. And I'm going to go ahead and hit run. And you'll see this guy is not going to work. You see this venv requires the IPy kernel package. Go ahead and click install. And this guy takes about a minute. So I'll get back to you when it's done. Okay, that guy's done. Now we'll go ahead and I'll just click run all. And if everything went to plan, this should work. So we see if we scroll down, we have our first figure that was generated. If we keep going, you'll see that we created this image. And now we created this animation right here. And that's it. So if I go back to the File Explorer and I look at these, I have this elasticpendulum.png and I have this GIF file. So you see how we created this animation, and this uses the FFmpeg to actually create this animation. Let's go ahead and run a different one. So I'll go back over, let's go to, let's say, the Kapitsa pendulum, and we'll go to animate here, animate.ipy notebook, and let's just select the kernel again. Now we'll go to venv and hit run all. So if we'll scroll down and we have this animation. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This guy's running right now as we speak. Awesome, so that guy just finished up in 1 minute. I'll just go ahead and click this new file it created. And you see we have this nice slow motion animation of the Kapitsa pendulum. So that's it. So if you guys found that video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.